Attraction. Welcome back, everyone. This is a coming of age, the podcast, coming of age. That voice that you are hearing right now is your one of two hosts, Frankness. And we are back. Zam is still on vacation. He is on an extended vacation. But nonetheless, we are back. Wherever I go, he's at in spirit. That's how we do. We've been gone for a while. I mean, it's been like 3, almost 4 weeks. Got a lot of stuff going on. Listen, you guys got lives. We got lives. We get busy. You get busy. We just going to do our damn thing anyways. If you got a problem with it, guess what? Don't go listen to another podcast. Please still listen to this one. But we apologize. Thank you. Anyways, we're back for another hot episode, guys. To all of our viewers, again, this is actually a part 2 episode of a previous topic, which I will not name yet, because I have a special guest on the show with me this week. Yes, I do. First of all, this girl, let me just tell you a little bit about this girl, this woman, I should say. She is a dancer by trade, and she is co-founder of J Code Choreography. She is a registered kinesiologist, but she's about to get her certification as a exercise physiologist. Like, I didn't even know I don't even know what that is, but it sounds dope as shit. She's also has her own YouTube channel called Jess Lindsay, which she'll definitely big up at the end of this episode. Everybody give, she's also the girlfriend of my best friend, Mike Opoku. Give it up for Jess. How are you today?
I'm good, Frank. How are you?
I am pretty good. It's pretty funny because we had actually did a previous, we started recording before, and then I was so hyped, I completely forgot to introduce her. And then I had to restart the situation, but we are here anyways.
It's all good. It's all good. We're here now.
Thanks for coming. So she's currently sitting in my living room, and I'm upstairs in my study, and she's sipping on some whiskey, and I'm sipping on some good old water because I am on a diet.
Lame.
I know. Lame. But it's okay. Jess, what brings you to these parts? First of all, again, thank you for coming on. This is an honor. And what intrigues you to come on the show today?
Yeah, I mean, it's an honor to be here, Frank. I was truly honored when you asked me. I was like, damn, am I that special? Okay. Yeah, I mean, I've just been chilling. I've been working and doing all the things and kind of personal growth and development, just all those good fucking things over the past year and a half.
I feel like so many people have been trying to do the whole personal development and growth because
100%.
what else are you going to do?
Right?
You're stuck by yourself or you're with your spouse every day, and it's it gives you time to think and really figure out what it is that you want to do, who you want to be, what you want to fix, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, exactly.
So that's dope. Either way, you look great. You sound great.
Thanks.
You look like you're energized. That is excellent. We're just going to get right into this because I'm excited for this week's episode.
Same.
This is a part 2 to a previous episode that Azam and I have done. And we had the male kind of viewpoint. But now we're going to have a female viewpoint. This is going all the way back. And I mean all the way back to episode 3 of season 1. Episode 3 of season 1. That means this was way back in February of 2020 when this whole pandemic started. And that episode was eloquently called Interracial Dating, Relationship Mixology. That is right. We're doing a part 2 because that was a fire episode and we got so much feedback from it. And we still get feedback, to be honest, to this day. So for people who just started the podcast. So this week, as we always do, we're gonna break it down so we got some kind of flow to this conversation. So first, we're gonna do a quick overview of our previous episode from week 3 or episode 3, and then we're gonna get into interracial attraction. So first, we're gonna ask Miss Jess, what is it that's attractive to you as a woman, and is there something that's appealing about interracial relationships? Then we're gonna get into spectators, so a woman's view, as in what a woman sees when she's walking with her interracial like relationship or man or etc. And then I have a question for you, a little dicey. No, actually, it's not dicey. It's a real one. As a white woman, what's a major difference or adaptation you've had to do in your relationship?
Hmm.
And then lastly, abnormal or normal? Is this normal? Or is this still a kind of a frown upon thing to see in today's world, or at least the Western world?
Yeah.
So, first of all, just a quick overview. The last time we did this episode, Zam and I went deep, 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 just talking about what kind of differences or challenges that exist within relationships that are interracial. So this isn't just white or black. This can be um, any culture. So Indian, Asian, I guess again, sorry, white, black, the whole 9 yards.
Got you.
So we talked about what each like what to expect, what not to expect, what things to that might throw you off, what things you had to adapt to. We did talk about spectators, so walking down the street and if you get looks or not, but it was from a guy's view. So I know what I see as a guy with, this other black guy seeing me walk down the street with my girl, or what a black woman with, etc. But this week we're gonna get some input from you. So let's just kick it right off. I'm gonna ask you. Let's just actually clear the board. Yes,
Clear right
what
up.
for you? What's attractive in a man for you? Race not included. Just
Okay. Okay.
what's attractive to you?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. If we're just talking about,
Yeah,
not just,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Damn, I think the most attractive thing is, this probably sounds cliche, but just like confidence. And
Okay,
I feel like it's like that for anyone, really. I feel like most people are attracted to people who are confident. Do
okay.
you know what I mean? Like, if
So
we're
in what
talking
ways do
about,
you mean confident? Because there's different levels of confidence, right? Different
yeah,
sectors.
that's true. That's true. Hey, that other episode that you did,
Oh
talk
shit,
confidence.
referencing the
Hey,
episodes. Okay,
reference.
okay, okay. Thank you. For those of you who
Yeah.
don't know, that was the episode with actually, coincidentally, her boyfriend, Michael
Hmm.
Poku, the stem of
Gotta shout him
confidence.
out.
Episode 59. Check it out. All right, sorry, keep going.
Little shout out there. Yeah, so I guess when we talk about attractiveness, there's obviously physical attractiveness.
Yes, of
And
course.
then there's the things that I was just talking about, like internal confidence. So if we're talking about confidence, yeah, I think in terms of, I think it comes off as body language too. I
Hmm.
feel like it's all encompassing. Like, so
What kind
if
of body
somebody's
language?
like, okay, if a guy is in a social situation, he
Yeah,
has a certain body language if he's confident. You know what I mean? He is probably more social. He's comfortable with himself.
yeah.
He, can talk to people. He can handle himself.
Hmm.
I feel like that's what it comes off as. You feel me?
I know
Yeah.
exactly what you mean. One thing that actually, I wish I had the article. Actually, I remember reading. One thing that a woman does as a rating system for a guy in a social setting. Let's say
Mm-hmm.
you're out with your boys, and I'm pretty sure I mentioned this in an episode. I can't remember what it was, but if you're out with your boys, a lot of times you can kind of tell who's not necessarily the leader, but who's really confident and down for for who they are, based on
Yeah.
how everybody's kind of attracting or directing their laughter and energy towards the person. So if
Yeah.
everybody's kind of like quiet, listening to one guy tell the joke or one guy kind of give instructions, whatever it is, it's like, ooh, okay, that one, not necessarily he's the leader of the pack, but he at least he has his shit together and he's definitely confident in what he's saying, what he's doing, et
For
cetera, et cetera.
sure, for
Yeah.
sure. Yes, yeah. I feel like that is definitely a common thing that I guess women, I guess heterosexual women, if we want to be inclusive, are
Mm-hmm.
attracted to for sure. And I think it goes both ways, like for whatever gender or race you are, like anybody, men,
Absolutely.
women. I think it's like confident people usually are more attractive. There's definitely been studies on that.
Oh, it has to be. And it's funny because I feel like I wonder if there are people who find confidence repulsive. I just thought about
Mm,
it because
mm-hmm.
there's a yin and a yang. There's two sides of the
Yeah.
coin. And of course, for me, like I like confident women.
Yeah.
So, and again, don't get me wrong, you don't have to be confident in every single area of your life.
No,
Okay,
that's true.
but you do have to have a level of confidence in something that you're doing, right?
For
Whether
sure.
it's your mental, physical, or your I don't know, if you have an endeavor, a hobby, your job, something has to be there because we all have flaws. There's things I'm not confident in 100%,
Hmm.
but there's things that I'm totally just bolstering confidence like through every single orifice of my body, right? That
For
sounds
sure.
weird, but I'm going to go with it. I'm going to go with it.
Every
I said
orifice.
it. I'm going to go with it. I'm not editing. It is what it is. So then you said, so okay, so confidence is one thing. So what about the physical aspect of it, since you were about to touch on that?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like with the physical aspect, I mean, we live in a pretty shallow world when it
Yes, we
comes to
do.
that. I mean, I like to consider myself not a shallow person. I really do look more than attractiveness, but
Yep.
I mean, I personally, if we're talking about physical, I think it's important to me personally, and probably a lot of people, but not everybody, that a guy takes care of himself physically.
Okay.
Like, do you know what I mean? So, like whether that's just physical activity, just takes care of himself and he's able to
They're
take care of
active.
himself.
They can do stuff.
Yeah, and maybe it's just because like I'm a very active person and that's always been very important to me. I mean, that's what my job has to do with, and
Mm-hmm.
it holds a lot of importance to me. Um,
Hmm.
yeah, I feel like if a guy takes care of himself, it's attractive for sure.
Very nice. Okay. So then here's the question. So again, I'll mention. So everybody, Jess is currently dating my best friend. How long has it been? Damn.
It just was 3 years.
Yes, you just hit your
Yeah,
3 year, right?
we just did. Yeah.
So my best friend is black. For those of you who don't know, like he's black as night, like darkness. Go outside, shines, like teeth, eyeballs,
Yep.
everything. He's dark. Okay. Um. So dating my boy Mike,
Hmm.
is there something that is related to him being a black guy that you find attractive?
Hmm. So specifically about he's gonna love listening to this episode.
I know,
He's gonna
right?
be
Just
like, he's gonna be like, yeah,
he
tell
probably
him,
has
babe.
popcorn right now, just waiting for the launch.
Literally, he's like, can't fucking wait to hear this. Damn. Specifically about Mike. I mean, I guess I'm biased, but like, who doesn't think Mike is attractive?
Oh my gosh, come on. No, I refuse that answer. I refuse it.
Come
I
on, Frank.
refuse it. Come
I
on. No,
don't.
there's nothing, eh?
Nothing. No, everything.
No,
There's everything.
so I mean, but like, is it okay? Let me rephrase my question.
Okay.
Is there something that is more particularly attractive on him
Mm.
because he is not the same race as you? Go.
Okay, got you,
That's what I'm
got you,
trying to
got
say. I'm
you.
not asking you what's attractive about Mike. I don't give like
Okay, I was like, yo, what do you
I'm
mean
not
I'm
about to have
dating
a
him?
session about him. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. You're right. Yeah. No, man.
Yo, I was like, I'm surprised you're asking me that. Like, do you want me to just boast the shit out of him? Like,
I'm so
because I
happy
will.
I clarified that question.
I was like, damn, man, like everything.
That's so funny.
No, but okay, because yeah, he's a different race than me. I think for sure when it comes to a different race, I think a lot of us are naturally more curious and more attracted to people that are different than us. I mean,
Hmm.
definitely not everybody, but if you're more open-minded and you're, more open to dating different types of people,
Yep.
then you're naturally more attracted to somebody different than you. Like I've dated guys who are white, like European, like and black now.
Hmm.
So like I've never had like a type, like a I only date this type. You know what I
I
mean?
got no type.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe I should edit and put that in there. That'd be
Yeah, you
pretty
should.
cool.
100%. But yeah, I guess it's just that in general that there's nothing really specific. It's just being more curious and open to date people who are not white like me. And I
Hmm.
just find that attractive. But okay, I did think of something, physical
Oh,
attraction.
there! I was waiting for.
I know you're fucking waiting. Everybody's waiting for it, okay? Once you go black, you never go back,
I
right?
wasn't gonna let you get away with
But
that shit.
I would love to clarify that statement. The once you go black, you never go back, because we all know what that means, I guess, in a way. But I feel like it's much more than that. It's much more than
Okay.
that. So I feel like it's the soft skin for me.
Hey, there you go. Thank you. My, oh my
And
gosh, I had to like
if you
pull it out of you. Jeez.
if you don't know, now you know. Or if you
So
know, you know.
the funny thing about that is funny
Mhm.
because when Jess came over, I'm always lotioning. Like I literally carry a bottle of lotion with me
So does
everywhere in
Mike,
my
yeah.
house. Okay, and it's funny because with Mike, as long as I have known him, back in university, the one thing that will never get out of my mind, and to this day, I'm pretty sure he still has it. This guy always has tens of bottles of two things besides bed. One, lotion, and I do mean tens. Like like I don't know if he still does actually. I haven't been to his
Oh,
place in a bit,
100%.
but just bottles
Nivea.
and
Is
bottles
it
and
Nivea?
bottles of Lubriderm, Livia, of Vaseline, everything, and every single bottle of perfume you can possibly imagine.
Oh my
This
God,
guy
all the
has like
cologne.
I don't think he's ever had a piece of dry skin in his entire life.
Never.
So I'm happy you said that. Smooth skin. That's actually a very good one to say. That's
It's a
actually
very
good.
important thing. And if, for any ladies or people out there that never have experienced the soft skin, I recommend. 10
Doctor
10.
prescribed. You're gonna give a Yelp
Yeah.
review.
Yeah.
Black skin,
100%.
5 stars.
10 out of 10.
That is actually really funny. So, okay, so attractiveness, you're 100% down for confidence.
Hmm.
Physical, it's kind of you kind of said just how they carry themselves, which is actually pretty interesting. I like how you said
Yeah.
that because some people can walk with their head down, some people
Hmm.
like just kind of drag their feet, look like they don't have anywhere to go. But I feel like someone who's like go getting or assertive or whatever, they're just like it's almost hard to keep up with them because they just know where they're going. They're be minded, they're
Yeah.
ready,
Hmm.
and when they're interacting with people, again, there's no hesitation in the movements. They're on it, right?
Yeah.
And then I like how you say what's appealing about dating Mike is our black guy is a smooth skin. That is
Yep.
dope. The next time I get Cece on this podcast, I will definitely make her vet that.
Yo, she should have
And
been on this with me. We would have gone at it together. You know
that's
what I mean?
true. That's true. Just bringing
Next
up
time,
black
next
men around the world.
time.
Actually, no, just the two. Sorry, never mind.
Yes.
Okay, so that's dope and solidified. So then going for actually I guess I should answer, right?
Yeah,
Maybe.
go for it. Yeah, what is
I already had the episode I already talked about what I find attractive in a woman, so I don't have to repeat that.
okay, okay.
But um is there something that I find appealing about dating, being in an interracial relationship?
Hmm.
My biggest thing actually you touched on it is just the collision and intertwining of our two cultures.
Oh, 100%.
So I am fortunate enough, like it's cool because Cece is actually Eastern European. So I
Hmm.
mean, she is very far from Caribbean,
Yeah.
and just bringing together her cultural tendencies, food, traditions, meeting her family and seeing how they interact compared to my family. I think that's just golden. Like I'm always learning something, to be honest with you.
100%. I agree.
Um, so for me, that's like one of the biggest appeals because, and that's not to say, and here's the thing, before I get in hot water, that is not to say I will not experience that with a black woman or
Oh, yeah,
anything,
for sure.
or
For
that
sure.
you won't experience something like that with another white man because they're gonna be a
Hmm.
white man from Czechoslovakia for all I know,
Yeah.
right? But in this instance, because this is the situation I am in, that is what I do like. It's how it's different, and also I like how the fact that there are culture tendencies about I guess my race that Cece is like finding out for herself, and when
Oh,
I
for
see her
sure.
kind of have that kind of moment,
Yeah.
I'm like, cool. Like you just learned something or you just realized something, whatever it is, right?
Oh yeah, I've had
Um,
a lot of
yeah.
those moments for sure.
And
Yeah, like
we're gonna get there. Oh no, 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 don't say it. That's part three. That's
oh
sorry, that's
shit,
part
okay.
four. That's part
We're
four.
jumping ahead.
Yeah, we do not jump ahead on this podcast.
Damn, okay.
Okay, so going on to spectators, a woman's view. So last time Zam and I talked about how if you're walking down the street with your girl, in our case it
Hmm.
was with your girl, how we might get different views, different side eyes, or just kind of big ups, or cut eyes, whatever, by different people. Um, for example, like black guys seeing me walking with a white girl,
Yeah,
they will um check out my girl
for
and they'll
sure.
look at me, but they won't have like disdain or anything. It's just kind of like a smirk, like all right,
Yeah, check her
cool.
out. Check her out. Yeah.
If a black girl sees me walking with a white girl, I can honestly say I don't get too many like grins, or like not
I
necessarily grins, but
agree.
like, you
Yeah.
know what I mean.
Yeah.
But it is a different vibe, different feel. Not all the time, but it does happen. So for you, when you walk in the mall or down the streets of Toronto or whatever it is, what kind of vibes do you feel you get from blah, from general? I'm gonna leave it open. What kind of
Yeah.
vibes do you
Yeah.
get?
Yeah. I mean, I think I definitely agree with you with what you just said. If it's a black guy, it's the same thing. Check us out. Maybe looks at me. He moves on. I agree with the opposite with a black woman. It's kind of like, oh shit, all right. Maybe not a grin like you said,
Yeah, yeah,
but
yeah, yeah, yeah.
honestly, like, I mean, we live outside of Toronto too, and I think the culture even, or the society outside of Toronto is even slightly different when we're in like, out here in Durham,
Mm-hmm.
and we definitely still get looks 100%, and I think Mike notices it more than I do, and I feel like, yo,
That's
I'm just
because when you're
like,
with Mike, you're just in absolute bliss.
oh yeah, I just don't notice anything at all. Just 100% all the time. Bliss, always looking at him. No, we for sure get looks. 100%. It could be from anybody. I think a lot of older individuals too, who are maybe more traditional
Yeah.
and don't, I don't know if they don't understand that or if they don't agree with an interracial
Mm.
relationship.
Definitely the
Um,
older ones, I'd say for sure.
yeah, for
They
sure,
definitely look and be like, "Whoa, what's
for
going
sure.
on?"
And it's
Especially, I
like,
find like older black women are like,
yeah,
what are you doing? Where's
yeah,
your black girl?" Right? And they don't
yeah.
understand. My own family, actually, I've seen it
Hmm.
happen.
Hmm.
Not actually necessarily with me, really, but definitely seen it. I'm just, and they're like, "Whoa, oh, okay, you brought around her. Okay, cool, cool." You know what I mean? Like, they don't
Yeah,
disrespect her, but you
yeah.
can definitely see the like the look. You know what I mean?
For sure. Yeah. It does happen. And it's like, I mean, I don't really pay attention to it anymore. It's just kind of like expected.
Mm-hmm.
But I've never had like a super negative experience with that. Like, I've never had anybody just like completely like, yo, fuck them. Like, just straight
Yeah,
up,
me
like,
neither. Me neither. I would say
yeah.
that. Me neither.
Yeah. I mean, that would be fucking awkward and
Oh, I think it would be
definitely would be
funny
triggered.
because I would absolutely put them in their place and make them feel
Oh,
stupid, 100%.
for sure. I would
But
too.
it
Like,
would be a little awkward, I guess.
yeah. But yeah, it's definitely there, and I agree with you with the specific types of people, the looks that you get. It's definitely either traditional people who don't understand or just like anybody who is closed-minded
Mm-hmm.
in general. Like, and there's a lot of people who are very closed-minded and only have, one way of thinking and
Mm-hmm.
one way of
They're
believing.
stuck in it, right?
Like, yeah,
And they
for sure.
either weren't educated or they just don't care to be educated, right?
Exactly.
And what about, I don't know if this has ever happened, but what about kids? Do you ever get like experience weird questions from kids? Or you
Mm,
seen Mike get asked a weird question like, "Oh, why is your skin dark?" Or,
right, right,
"Oh,
right.
is this your?" You know what I mean? Nothing.
Yeah, no, I mean, I definitely think we've gotten like looks from kids, and I mean, kids are just curious.
Yeah,
Like,
of
kids
course.
are curious no matter what, and I don't like we've taught kids in our our dance classes and stuff like that, and I mean, we've taught really great kids, and they don't think anything of it. Like
Good.
I mean, Mike's an awesome guy, and he's very friendly and very fun, and I don't think they would think anything of. us being together or anything like that. If anything, I'm glad that we can be an example of that. I think
Mhm.
like when you're in an interracial relationship, it's almost like I feel like proud of that in a way. I feel
Nice.
like um it sets an example, yeah, for people,
It's
and it's
almost like
like
you're joining the breaking of a mold, maybe,
for sure.
and like you're
Yes,
showing that
exactly.
you don't have to be secluded to just, one type of person, but you can actually, it's okay to venture out and find someone that doesn't
Hmm.
look like you. You know what I mean?
For sure.
And it doesn't
Yeah.
matter what your parents' family or their parents' family are gonna think. It's just, hey, this is love. This is how it is. If you got a problem with it, that's literally your problem, not mine.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. And I think, like, luckily, my family is very, very open to
Mm-hmm.
things like that. Like, I never really thought when I started dating Mike, like, oh shit, like, oh damn, my family's gonna be like, oh, he's black. Like,
No, eh?
yeah, no, my family's super open and they're very good people. And, maybe it crossed my mind, like, at the very, very beginning. I was like,
Yeah.
oh, I mean, Mike's the first and hopefully only black guy. Frank
Yes.
just like spit his water out.
Nice.
And
Nice.
he's the only one I've been with, right? So it was a first, and I mean, naturally, you're gonna be like, oh, okay,
Oh,
this
you were
is
a
the
virgin
first time.
before you met Mike?
No, man, the first fucking time I mean, yeah,
You were
first time I've dated a black guy.
a black virgin. There you go. You popped your cherry.
Oh,
Or
true. You
you
know
popped
what?
your blackberry. There you go.
There you
Hey,
go. I see. I
nice.
see what you mean
I'm
now.
gonna patent
Yes,
that. I'm gonna
than I was.
copy patent that. That's mine.
Your
Um,
BlackBerry.
it's funny because I can't remember if I told this story, but the biggest experience for me, and it was also obviously because it was a culture shock when I went to Bulgaria with Cecilia. I've never in my life had so many eyes on me. It was next level.
Damn.
But it wasn't
Yeah.
because they're racist or anything. It's because
Right.
how many black people do you know have gone to Bulgaria? Like
That's very
when
true.
I was there for I think 2 weeks, whatever. I think we counted, it was like 4 or 5 we reached. And we were going to Varna, Sofia, we were driving all over the place. And it's almost like I always make the joke. I'm like, I feel like I should have had like one of those ticket numbers on my ear just to, oh,
Fuck.
number 6, here he is. And it was so interesting because so
Yeah.
one story is actually no, they were just curious. That's the thing. I don't have to tell the story. They were
Yeah.
just curious.
Yeah.
And it was actually kind of cool because they weren't hostile. They're very nice, but just having the
That's
eyes
good.
on you, that was just different. So,
Yeah. I mean, I even see that on like a smaller scale. Like
hmm,
I live in kind of, I mean, I don't live that far from where we are right now in Durham, but like
yes,
it's a very white town with a
it
lot
is
of older
100% very white.
individuals. Yeah. If anybody knows, like I live in Port Perry currently. If you know Port Perry. If you don't, I totally understand because it's like
I feel like any
right
place
up.
that starts with the name, like the word port, is
Yes.
probably going to be very,
And there's like a lake.
yeah, port, lake, zero black people.
Yeah, exactly. So like when Mike and I are near my place, there's a lot of white older individuals and we definitely get looks all the time. But luckily people are very friendly there.
Yep.
So kind of counteracts
It does
it.
make you curious of what they say behind your back, though. Like,
That's true. That's
sometimes I
true.
wish I had that superpower. I could just
Right?
I don't know, ringing ears. Like I just hear everything because, like, again, this is a world of faces, and they might be like, "Oh, hey, how's it going?" Like when I moved here in my neighborhood, "Hey, how's it
Hmm.
going? I'm Frank." Da da da. They're all nice, whatever, and very nice to me. But I do wonder sometimes. I'm like when I leave, are they like, like just
Right, right, right.
sketchy, curious? Are they more like, oh, you better lock your doors at night now, or something like
Oh
that?
shit.
'Cause, yeah, I'm gonna rob my neighbor's car right beside me. Um, but it's just I don't know. It's just something that kind of still I wonder, but
Yeah.
I don't lose sleep over anything. I
Oh,
don't.
100%. You can't care what people think that much.
No. I as I grow
100%.
older, I tend to care less about what people think.
Same,
It's
for
quite
sure.
the
I mean, I'm still pretty young, but it's
You're old. What
definitely,
do you mean?
I mean, I'm not as old as you.
I'm young. I am very
You are
young. And
young.
don't you
We're
say
both
that to me,
young.
okay?
Sensitive topic.
um so what about okay, so here's where you were about to allude to. So as a white woman,
Hmm.
what are some major differences or things that you've had to adapt to in your current I I was gonna say situation, but
Situation.
really a relationship, your
Yeah.
entanglement.
Of bliss. Yeah, man, like you mentioned culture, and that is a huge one when you're in a relationship with somebody else who's had like just a complete different upbringing than you, and not even just upbringing, but like culture, just like everything is so different. For Mike and I at least. I
Hmm.
mean, I'm sure you can speak the same for you and Cece, but
Absolutely, yeah.
um, yeah, you learn shit all the time, which I think is pretty cool.
Yeah.
And sometimes, I mean, dating a black male, even with everything that's came up over the past year, the awareness around like Black Lives Matter and everything, like you have to kind of, as a white woman, like I'm gonna like be straight up. You have to check yourself. Like you have
Hmm.
to fucking check yourself and be like, damn, I need to take responsibility for my knowledge and my privilege, my
Yeah.
white privilege.
Okay.
And
Wow.
like that's 100% a thing that you should be aware of if you're, you know, a white girl dating a black guy at least. I mean, it can, I guess, apply to other cultures too and other
100%.
races. But
Especially
yeah.
when COVID started and everyone was
Hmm.
hating on Asians. I
Yeah.
guarantee you, like if you're any race dating an Asian person, you have to not necessarily relate because it's hard to relate to a certain, to really truly relate to someone who's being
Hmm.
oppressed, but you have to just simply understand, right?
Yeah.
And I think the biggest thing is you have to fend for your partner.
Yes,
So especially if you hear someone who's out of line, you have to correct them.
for sure.
Or if your partner is, maybe they don't even show that they're upset about whatever challenges are going on. Like, right now, indigenous people. I don't have to
Hmm.
explain what's going on with all the
Yeah, yeah.
residential schools.
Oh,
And
for
if you're
sure.
dating a indigenous person, A, you gotta really be I guess empathetic about the situation, whether they show it or not,
100%.
because they might just not show it, but maybe they're really broken about it. But I think what I'm saying is you
Absolutely.
have to be aware of the
Yes.
challenges. So, in the way I'm speaking right now is if you are, let's just say it's a situation where you're not the minority, so a white person, okay.
Hmm.
But again, if you're an Asian person dating a black person, then the
Right.
black person should be fully aware of the Asians' situation at the beginning of COVID, or even still now, and the Asian person should be aware of the black person's um,
Yes, very true.
normal oppression of just being discriminated on a daily
Very
basis, right?
true. Yes.
So it's just all about being aware, knowledgeable, and supportive. I think,
Yes, supportive is a
right?
good word. And just like, yeah, taking responsibility for yourself and your own knowledge around things is definitely where, you know, you should definitely check yourself. And for sure. I mean, I forget what your original question was, but that's my
Oh,
first
just how
answer.
do
That's the
you?
first thing that comes up.
That's fine. That's fine. I was asking what are some differences you've seen or things that you had to adapt to because you're in that relationship. So one thing
Yes,
that we
yes.
talked about before on the previous episode was a simple one. It's actually food, right?
Mm-hmm.
Huge
Yes.
one. So me being Caribbean, Cece being Bulgarian.
Yeah, that's
Uh,
cool.
of course, now everybody knows about oxtail, curry, goat,
Yeah.
jerk chicken, etc. But now she gets it on the regular from like my mom, and it's just like, okay, now we're good.
Yeah.
And I learned like her mom. I lived with her mom for a year,
Yes.
and oh my gosh, some of the best cooking I've. If my mom is the best mom cook on on this continent, then her mom is the best mom cook over in Europe. Like
That's
just the
amazing.
dishes that she had. She's like, "What is this? Like, this is amazing." And it's
Wow.
cool because Cece brings some of those home, and I still get a taste of her culture, right? And
That
she
is
gets a
so
taste
cool.
of mine. So that's one of mine. What else do you got? What did
Yeah.
you have to adapt to, or be like, damn, I got to change to make this
Yeah.
happen?
Yeah, damn. The food one is very cool. But yeah, probably not as, I mean, yeah, I definitely feel that. But I think another one is, I guess, just everything with culture is also, I find family dynamic. is very
Oh,
different.
you stole mine. Perfect. Please go in.
And
Yes, go in. Go in on
yeah,
this.
I mean, that's a huge one for me without going into like too much detail, like with everything. Like, Mike, Mike's life versus my life and
Yeah.
everything. And it's very, very drastically different. And just family dynamic is so different in even like our cultures. Like,
Hmm.
Mike has lived multiple places, but he's from Ghana and his dad as well. And it's very different. My family is we've always lived in Canada, we
Hey,
super white folk out here.
your
And
the glint on your skin is kind of throwing my camera off a little
oh, is it?
bit.
I mean, for sure, I'm Casper the ghost.
I'm
But
just joking.
yeah, just coming from a family for me where, I'm so fortunate to have such a supportive
Hmm.
family and very, very just always I mean, shit, like not to like throw anybody under the bus, that's the opposite, but
Hmm.
you definitely check yourself when it's a different situation than you, and just family dynamic in general, and even in any African culture, I find it's way different than North America and where we live
Oh,
here.
night and day. Night and day.
Oh, 100%. It's just like everybody's so like in Africa, let's say,
I'll
everybody is so.
go ahead.
Go
Sorry, go ahead.
ahead. Everybody is so like not encouraging, like within intertwined in their family.
Yeah.
Everybody's like cooking together and like not that we don't do that here, but how to explain this better? Maybe you can explain this better than me because you're
I
gonna chime in
find
there.
that
But
I would actually say that um I feel like at least what's been the pictures that's been painted for me. I have not been to
mhm,
every country, right? I
yeah.
haven't. But just from the picture that painted for me, I've seen that e- the Eastern continent, so Europe and Africa,
Hmm.
I feel are more let's call it homey or family orientated.
Yes,
When
that's what
here
I
in
was trying to
Canada,
say. That's
like
what I was
anytime you see a
exactly trying to say.
movie, what Italians are always, cooking their tomato pasta sauce
Yeah,
on
I love that.
Sundays, having church, and then um uh any black folk actually, they're always doing Sunday dinner after church.
Hmm.
Like literally pick a country in the East and even tea time with, and I guess England, is that even a thing? Tea time, I guess, but I've heard of
Yep,
it.
probably.
That's what's been painted in my mind. So I find that like over there, everything, I feel like things are more, less rushed, more, hey,
Yes,
this is our day for the family. And I feel
yes,
like over here, things are completely like different. Like there are, sorry, now there are families who always get together for dinner or whatever, but I just feel like it's a
yeah.
different vibe. I really do feel like
Oh,
it's
it
a different
is.
vibe.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what I was trying to say. You
Hmm.
you said it way better than I was trying to say.
Well, I'll just
And
let it roll
yeah.
on.
But yeah, it's like in different cultures it's so different that way, and like in North America where I've always lived and have grown up, it's so different than, where Mike has and what he's been exposed to and just like
Hmm.
family and as he was growing up and versus me. And I can even say like as I've grown up, yeah, my family we had like dinner together and stuff, but
Hmm.
as we all got older, everybody's doing different shit. We're
Their
all
own thing.
busy. Like
Yeah.
everybody has different schedules. Like we didn't really sit down for dinner all the time
There are
and
families
all
where it's
that.
like, I don't care where you are or what
Mhm.
you have or what's
Exactly.
going on. You are at this house Sunday at 3 o'clock
Yeah,
p.m. and
man.
you're staying here till 7, 8 o'clock when dinner is done.
Yeah. Like you
Period.
can't
Like if
miss
they
that shit.
call and they're like, Ma, I won't be able to make it. Oh, what do you like? It's a huge
Hmm.
deal, right? Whereas here it's like, oh,
Yeah.
I won't be home for dinner. Okay, yeah, sure. I'll just leave it in the fridge for you or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I agree with that. And again, because I'm dating an Eastern European girl,
Hmm.
it's cool because the family dynamics are I find similar. Like her family is very
Yeah.
like they get together, they're dancing to chaga music, they're
That's cool.
laughing, just kind of really they all home cooked, just chilling, whatever. And with my family, again, when we get together, it's not as hype actually, I would say. But we were
Okay.
all, home cooked, just chit chatting, all the woes at the door, no beef, just, wholesome, just laughter, right?
Yes. And I think another thing that I just thought of is a lot of other cultures um, are all about taking care of family, which I love. Like,
Yep.
I mean, North America, you definitely see it, and whatever. Canada's pretty multicultural, but like in my family at least, like a lot of I think white cultures, like your grandparents don't live with you, or like
Mm.
do you know what I mean? In a lot of cultures,
Yep.
it's like the grandparents live with the kids and the parents, and like it's a whole like family in a house, and they take care of the grandparents, and
Yeah, we
that's
watched
how it is.
Sopranos, and it was like a huge deal for the entire series that Tony
Yeah,
put his mom in a retirement home. Like huge.
right,
Like,
right.
oh, how do you do that to your mother? Blah blah blah. Meanwhile, I joke with my parents. I'm like, hey, if you guys aren't nice to me, you're going in a whole folks home, right? But it's just you're right. Like it's um, f- you live with your kids, take care of the
Yeah,
parents.
it's the
I'd say
norm.
for sure. Again, most I would like to think. Again, I haven't been to every country. I don't know every culture, but I would like to
Yes, of
think that
course.
most European countries are that way. Like your grandmother or grandfather moves in with you,
Yeah.
or they still have their house, but you're over there all the time looking after them, making sure they're good and whatever. And then Indian, I know Indian families like
Hmm.
everyone lives together there. Like you can
Yes.
have 15 people in a house because you're taking care of 15 people, right?
Right.
Um and yeah, like and then yeah, actually Africa. Like well, that's a
Hmm.
continent, but all the countries in Africa,
Yes.
I feel like are very similar to that as well. So you're that's definitely a good one that you mentioned there. I like it.
Yeah, it's just so many differences for sure to get used to is I guess what your initial question was.
Yes.
Um, yeah, and I guess that can pertain to your future together and how you bring up your family and how you
Mm.
bring up your kids. So
Mm-hmm.
when you're with somebody of a different race, pretty
You
much,
know, it's
or
funny
culture.
actually. Even this will be the last one I say about this topic, but um, I feel like it's also back to being aware.
Yes.
Um, so I had bought some clothes from H&M just a few days ago,
Hmm.
and when I took the clothes out, I realized that um, my shorts that I bought still had the security tag on them. Somehow it
Oh,
didn't beep. I don't know why, but it still had
huh.
security tag. So again, normally I'd be like, oh, yeah, just go back and switch it, no harm done. But I actually went to
Mm,
Cece. I'm like, I almost might want you to go back and exchange this for me because
yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
want them to be like, oh, black guy, yeah, really, the security tag is still on there. Are you sure? Like, like, I don't want the
Yeah,
doubt. I don't want the
that's
eyes. I don't want the bullshit. And she was like, yeah, you're right. Yeah, yeah, true. Maybe I can take it if you want, but I don't have your card, whatever. But she
right.
do it because she understands what I'm saying.
Yes, I totally understand that. And yeah, I guess I didn't think of that at first, but maybe that's where I was going with my whole point of checking yourself as, the white individual or in my situation in the relationship is you have a different privilege
Yep,
you
absolutely.
know, than the other person. And
Another one was I had my house appraised in June, and 100% I made sure I wasn't home, and I told Cece I'm like, hey, uh, take all the pictures of us down because it's
damn, yeah.
been shown that once an appraiser sees as a black person, they might have a more negative
Yeah.
review just because. And I'm like, I want them to see the North American picture perfect, white lady in the house, blah blah blah. Your husband's
Hmm.
out, and I mean, end up getting the number I wanted anyways. But she understood. She's like, I hear you, okay,
Right.
and she sweet him up, yo. It was good.
Yes, she did.
So the last question I got for this segment is, or sorry, the last segment I have, um, and I think we asked this question the last time we had this episode was interracial relationships abnormal or are they are they normal now? Do you think they are accepted and it's like, yeah, you see it, cool, or is it still there's still a lot of work to do with regards to educating people to step outside of your culture, step outside of your, don't get someone who's mirroring like the spitting image of you, and don't frown upon it. What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's in a way can be 50-50 because I
Mm-hmm.
think like we see in the media that they try to, show the interracial couple now or they'll try to,
Yes.
put the black person in the commercial now and,
Yes.
make it more like, oh, look, it's an interracial couple. So I think to be honest, it has become more of a norm. I don't
Mm-hmm.
think like compared to, in history, 100%.
Yes.
But I think there's still room for people. to be more open-minded to that. And
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I wasn't born being like, I love black men only.
Yes, you
Like I
were.
said. I mean, well, now I know I was.
Your first. Oh, hey, hey. Burr, burr,
Hey,
burr,
there
burr.
you go. There's that noise.
Gunshots.
But yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people can be more open to get out of your own culture. Like you learn so much and
Don't be scared.
don't be scared. Yeah, and like you can be, attracted to anybody really out of your
I
own
agree
culture.
to everything you just said. I still think it's 50-50 because,
Yeah.
of course, there's either people who are vocal about their disappointment or people who don't say anything, but they feel a certain type of way. Whether it's older people, young people, similar races think you're stealing a man, whatever it is.
Hmm.
Um, so I would say that same thing. Walking down the street, seeing a mixed couple, I don't think as many people are like batting an eye, as in
Yeah.
like really disdained.
Yeah.
But I do feel that people still judge on who it is that you select as your partner. And I
Yes.
do still think that people have preferences. I think that's the big thing. So people might be okay with whoever you bring home or choose, whatever, but I think they will still have a preference. Like
Hmm.
oh,
Hmm.
she's so great. Jess is so great. I wish she was a black girl though. Mike should have a
Right.
black girl. You know, whatever. I'm not saying
Right.
that's what his dad says or
Yeah,
anything.
yeah,
I'm just speaking. But
for
I feel
sure.
like until we get that kind of mindset and stigma out, as in doesn't matter what you think, there is no preference. It is
Hmm.
simply if you see your friend, your daughter, your son, your sister, brother, whatever, is happy with whomever they choose, that's where it stops. Right?
Amen.
No, nothing else really matters. Your opinion is irrelevant, right?
Yes.
Um any last words for any last words?
Final words.
The lights in the house
Man.
go off.
Man, I think all I have to say is if you're a single lady out there and you're interested, go for it.
I was like, where is she going with this? And I'm like, I'm taken.
She's taken. So go for nah.
go go
Let me
for the black.
rephrase.
Go for the dark.
Go for the
Go to
black.
stay away from the light.
Stay away from the light. But hey, I can't tell
uh,
you what to do. Get outside your race. Try
yeah,
it out.
I think that's it.
Try it
Just
out.
don't be scared. Don't be secluded. Don't put yourself in a
Yeah.
corner. Just be like, hey, if love comes to find you, accept it, and
Yeah.
don't worry about what they look like. Just worry about how they make you feel. Right?
For sure. Oh, that was so sweet, Frank.
Boom. I'm gonna end it right there. Sweet talk right there. Now, with that said, it is time for the big up part. Now, Jess, I didn't tell you before we started recording, but
Hmm.
when I say the segment of the show and I start making awkward sounds, you have to make your own awkward sound and you have to do it
Oh,
with confidence and loud.
okay.
I will repeat the segment until you do it.
Damn, okay.
Okay?
All
So,
right. Awkward sound. Got it.
everybody, this is the segment that you've been waiting for. You've been listening for like 45 minutes. You're like, just get to the good part. This is Spittin' in 5. You're not making any sounds. You're just
Oh
making
shit. Oh,
hand
this is my
signals.
cue.
What do
I was
you think I'm just
dancing.
talking, making all those? I'm like making these sounds, and she's literally just like waving her hands and
I'm like,
dancing.
hey.
This is Spittin' in 5.
Oh, 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 hey. Uh,
Do you know what sound that was? That was a siren that you always hear.
Okay.
Everybody, this is Spittin' in 5, the last segment of the show. For those of you who do not know and would like to know, and if you don't want to know, you're going to know anyways. This is where I, Frankness, ask either my co host, our guest, or the old damn world a question or a scenario, a situation of my choosing. They do not know what it is. I didn't tell them before the show. It is off the, was it cusp?
Off the cuff. I
It
would say
is
cuff.
off the
Cusp.
something.
Off the
It's
charts.
off the charts. Yeah, it's off the charts.
Off the charts.
Jess, are you ready for this week's Spittin' in 5?
I think so. I think so.
All right then. I like this. So I thought of this right before we started recording. I had
Yeah, you
another
did.
one. I'm
And you
like,
had a
ooh.
smirk on your face, which is very concerning.
No. It's cool. It's cool. It's not bad. Okay. If you went on a date with
Hmm.
yourself,
Oh.
okay, so you've been
Hmm.
chatting with yourself, but you're whoever, you've been chatting it up, and you're like, all right, yo, let me take this girl out on a date. You're out on a date doing whatever it is that you're doing.
Hmm.
First question: what is it about yourself that you would find attractive?
Okay. Okay. That's a very
Don't give me
interesting
some
question.
bullshit. Oh, my personality or my confidence.
Nothing boring.
I'm gonna make it dicey. What physical attribute will you find attractive?
She got nice eyes.
Hmm.
She got nice blue eyes.
Oh, you took the soft one. All right, I'll give you
Okay,
nice
she
blue
got a
eyes.
nice she got a nice booty.
No. Eyes is fine. Hey, you want to take the soft route? No problem. Eyes. All right, so you'd be
Okay,
like,
okay.
damn, this girl has some nice eyes.
Yeah, man, that's like the first thing you look at though, at someone's face.
Yeah, sure.
I guess in terms of my
You've never
girl's
seen like
perspective.
a guy? What do you mean? The guy is not the first thing he's not looking at is not the
That's
eyes. Like,
very okay,
I'm
fine,
sorry.
fair. Fair, fair.
Okay, so like a guy can be on Tinder and like the girl's first picture can be her face, and he will swipe first to
Yeah.
see the body, and they'll be like, "All right, let me go back and check out the
Okay, okay, fair.
eyes." Okay, so that's cool. Okay, if it was me, if I was on a date with myself, the first physical thing that I would be attracted to about me,
The
I
beard.
think, yeah, not all, not all women like beards, to be honest,
True.
right?
Well,
I
you're dating
think
yourself.
that's true. That is true.
Yeah.
But that would be to say that I like beards. That's just weird.
Mm. Hmm.
I think I would say you know what? My biceps. Boom. There you go. I'm
Your
gonna say my arms.
biceps.
My arms. Yes.
Okay, okay.
I think I have nice arms. They're not too big. They're not small, but they're defined and they're there. You know what I mean? And usually I wear shirts that define my biceps. So I'm gonna
Get
say my
it.
biceps. Okay. Second, what is something about yourself that you would find annoying?
Ooh, spicy. Oh, damn. That's
This
a
one does
really
not
good
have to be
question.
physical. This one can be actually like this is actually personal.
Her
Like
personality. She's fucking annoying. Damn, that's like okay, what is annoying about me? There's probably so many people listening that are like,
they're
bitch.
just listing it off.
Yo, your voice, like
Yo, pick
for
me,
one.
pick me.
Damn, that's a good question. What would I be annoying about? Um, shit. I don't know. I feel like I have like a maybe like my humor, my way of humor,
Your
if that makes
humor.
sense. Like my way, like my type of humor can
Why?
be annoying.
What's with your type of humor?
I don't know, but I feel like it's annoying.
So you just generally find that whenever you're trying to be funny, you are annoying.
Not even trying to be funny. It's like my sense of humor. There you go. It can be like not dark, but it's just like okay. I don't know if that's
I
annoying or
would
just
like to
like
hear example of this dark humor.
okay, it's not dark.
Oh,
That
this
was a bad
linguine
way
is
to
really
explain it.
good. Yeah, it kind of reminds me of the guts of a dead soul in the middle of the
Okay,
street. Just
no,
got
but
hit by a like.
yeah, that wouldn't even be annoying. That'd just be like, okay, I'm leaving. Like
I'd be, oh, tell me
that's
more.
weird.
This girl has something going for her.
Okay, see, we all have different
All right, so
opinions.
your sense of humor. That's actually interesting because I was gonna say about myself, either sometimes I just talk too much, like
Okay.
real talk. Sometimes I go on, or the same thing. My humor can be like I think it's either cheesy or
Mm,
like I cross the line. Like I try to test people, like feel people out.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think either that would trigger someone if they're just not really keen to it, or they'll just say, "Yeah, this guy, very nice, cool, good looking, but just talks too damn much."
Uh,
So
we love
that's
you,
what I
Frank.
think.
We love you,
Thank you. I
though.
love you too.
Now that I think about it, though, I feel like what I mean with my humor is like I'm very sarcastic, and I feel like that can be annoying.
Oh, that's
That's the
true.
right word.
If
I'm
it's
very
someone who's very
sarcastic
serious,
sometimes.
yeah, yeah, that's true.
Yeah, that's what I. Yes,
Oh,
sarcasm.
actually, something else I'd be annoyed by myself is I talk over people. I've said that probably like 20 times. I always interrupt people. Always. It's like my thing.
Rude.
But then I always tell people don't interrupt me. It's kind of funny. Okay, so then the final question. This is this is the big one.
Yeah.
Um, would you smash on the first date?
Oh, 100%.
No hesitation.
100%.
I'm tapping that ass. What do you mean? Of course.
Absolutely.
Why? Why are you so confident about that?
I mean, I think I'm
Yeah, you don't
cute.
got it. I
She
think I'm
cute.
cute.
She
Okay,
cute.
we know what? Actually, that's fair because I guess okay, from a guy's perspective, it is a lot easier for a guy. Like a guy would just be like, yeah, of course. Like they don't even have to. They can be thinking in their mind, I am not
Yeah.
going on a next date,
Yeah.
but I will do it.
That's so
So
true. It's
that's kind
different.
of an easy question for you. That's fine.
Yeah, if
Fair
I'm like
enough.
just dating myself, I'm like, well, yeah,
Down. You're just down for Jess.
I'm down for a good time
All
with
right.
myself.
Oh, see, so I'm gonna edit that snippet right there and like post that, just that one part. I am down for myself for a good time.
Oh, yeah.
For me, what am I kidding? Yes, yes,
Yeah, I was
yes,
gonna be like
yes,
lies.
yes, yes. I think that she would overlook the talking and she'll say he cut me off a few times, but it's cool. But she'll be like, but that bicep though. And then
That
she'll see
bicep
the
though.
booty, she'll see the dark chocolate skin, the beard will play in, and then I'll wrap it all up with like just I don't know, what else I got? I don't know, my bald head. There you go.
Yep, yep,
And she'll
that
be like, rocks out with confidence, smashing first night, 100%. And I'm gonna call back for a second date for
damn.
sure.
Okay, I love the confidence. You know what? At least we both have a level of confidence that we're like, yeah, we're fuckable.
And that's because I'm on a computer screen. If it's in real life, I'm just like, I'm just
It's a
joking.
different story. We'll have to ask Cece if that's how it went for the first date.
Oh, first date smash. It was fun. I'm just
Oh, there you
joking.
go.
I'm joking.
I was like, oh
I'm
shit.
joking. I'm joking. Cece, I'll let her tell our first date story when I interview her.
Cute.
With that said, Jess, thank you so much. That was a sick time. Just chit
Thank
chatting.
you.
You're quite the guest. I loved it. How about you tell people where they can reach you, how they can contact you, or where they can just see what you're up to?
Yeah. You can check me out on Instagram. I mean, it's Jess.moves, like dance moves. Jess.moves. On Instagram, I post some, dance things if you like to see that.
Hey,
Yeah, you can check me out there. My YouTube channel is just my name, Jess Lindsay, with an AY. Lindsay.
Lindsay.
Lindsay. And yeah, leave it at that. But yeah, thanks so much for having me, Frank. It's a pleasure. It was
Of
a fun
course,
time.
of course. I love having guests, especially ones who are interactive and like just like on point, have a lot to say. You've been wonderful. For those of you who
Thank
want
you.
to reach me or us, I should say, check us out on Instagram at a coming of age the podcast. You can email us at a coming of age dot the podcast at gmail.com. We are everywhere. We're first of all, we stream on every platform. Um, Literally every platform. So check us out. Recommend us on YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, Apple. I don't even know what other stuff is out there, but just listen to us. Um, and then also you can check us out on all social medias. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, but we definitely don't post on Twitter. But I mean, hey, follow us anyways. If you just want to see some blank screens, that's still pretty cool. We're on Tumblr. I don't know what Tumblr is, but we're on that.
Is that still a
And
thing? Wow.
Hey, all I know is when I post on Instagram, it says, "Do you want to go to Tumblr?" I'm like,
Oh, wow.
sure. So on that,
Sure.
find us on Black Planet, MySpace. I'm just joking. But if those came
MySpace.
back, that'd be dangerous.
Yo, that'd be a time.
That'd be sick. Anyways, Jess, thanks again. You're dope as hell. And everyone who's listening out there, all the millions and millions and millions of people, we will catch you on the flip side. Peace.
Hey.